We are live once again, and hi everyone, welcome to the Makasi Show webinar series. My name is Olena Yara, and I'm hosting this series. And you can always support our show. Just a quick reminder: go to our profile on Twitter, the Makasi Show, and send your donations in Ethereum. And today I have an incredible artist, Mirieta. Just by looking at your profile, I feel happy. Like you use such a vibrant colors, such a beautiful artworks, and I feel like your even like personal style is also so vibrant and so brightful. So I'm like super excited to have you here. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you started your career in the space?
Yes, thank you so much for having me, Olina. I don't know if I pronounce it well,
Yeah,
uh,
always
and
good.
thanks and thanks for such a nice introduction. So yeah, my name is Mireia, but everyone knows me as Mirellita because that's my artistic name. I'm a multidisciplinary artist from Spain. I was born in Valencia, but I'm currently based in Madrid. That's where I have my studio and where I've been living in the past 5 years. And I've always been drawn to creativity. I grew up in my father studio, and I everything that I know I learned it from him because he started studying fine arts when I was in my mom's womb. So when I was born, he was like the house was a mess of works all over the place, and I remember like being during the weekends at his studio and creating with him. So yeah, like for me, art is something that I have inherited from him, and I've always wanted to be a full-time artist, but I did like different things during my career. I studied business, I worked in finance, in private banking, then I had a fashion brand, and finally when I had like enough money to pursue my dream of being an artist, it's when I decided to go full time. And Web3 for me has been like a natural step because I have been investing in crypto since 2017. So when I um, knew that people sold his artwork 500 days, I think for 69 million, I was like, wow, this is something I want to learn more about NFTs. And yeah, that's when I started to to work in the industry. And like for me, Web3 has gave me the freedom to share my art with a global audience and connect with people and collectors all over the world, which is amazing. Thanks to Web3, my work has been exhibited worldwide, and like it's a blessing.
That's such a beautiful story. Before I ask you another question, let me double check how to pronounce your name correctly, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing it before.
No worries.
Um, h- how would you say it correctly, your name?
My name is Mireya, but like my
Miri
artistic name, it's Mirellita. Mirellita.
Mirita.
It's
Mirita.
it's
Means
tough.
thanks.
You can call me Mire. Everyone calls me Mire. It's like the my nickname.
Mire. Okay, okay, that works for you. Thank you so much. That's a beautiful story. So, as far as I understood, your father, he also created physical oil paintings, and you started as a physical artist, and then you started doing digital art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So I learned like I when I was a kid I didn't realize that I was taking art lessons, right? I didn't realize that he was teaching me. Like for me it was a playground, like to be around him, and I learned like to play with oils, with the brushes, and learn aquarella, acrylics, and everything. Thanks to him. He doesn't know how to do anything with a computer. He's 78 years old. He's like for him this is a new world, and I like for me it was always physical. But when I started to join like NFT communities and learn more about this world, it's when I started to learn how to use different programs. But it wasn't until last year when I had my second child that I find myself that I couldn't go to the studio to paint physically, that I decided to invest more time on Procreate, teach myself how to work with digital art, and that's when I started to mint my digital artworks. Like before, all the artworks that I was minting were all physical.
And can you tell me more about switching to being full-time artist? You mentioned that you had really serious jobs like finance stuff, and then when you felt like it was like financially it wasn't an issue, you switched to being a full-time artist. But in general, what motivated you to do so? Was it always like your plan, or was it like something an instant desire?
It was I mean it has always been my plan. My parents, they told me first, we want you to build a career, to study something that can fit you, and then once you are comfortable with your finances, then like go and pursue your passion. That's what my dad did. He studied also business, and then when he was he set up his business, he studied fine arts. And I didn't have a plan of when I would dedicate my life fully to art. But something happened, unfortunately, in 2023, end of 2022. I started to have severe strabismus. It's a problem that you have in your eyes, that you get double vision. I couldn't see properly, and I had to stop driving, reading, like working on marketing at that point. And I had to quit my job. So that was a difficult time for me. I went into depression. I had like two miscarriages. I lost two babies, unfortunately, and those were difficult times. I undergo surgery once. It went wrong, so I had to undergo surgery for a second time. And when I realized that I was about to lose vision on my right eye, it's when I said, "Okay, Mireya, this is like life is short. You have to do what you love. You've been working a lot since you are 19 years old, and now you have to focus on something that really makes you happy. And like art has always been that for me." And I spoke to the doctor. The doctor told me that I had to go through some color therapy and study geometrical shapes in order that I could see again as I used to see before the problems that I had. And that was at the turning point for me. That's since I had quit my job because of these problems. I decided not to go back onto a 9 to 5 job in an office that didn't make me happy, and invest in my art career. And That's how I decided to be full time as an artist, and invested on renting my own studio. And I'm like right now happier than ever, actually. So blessed that I have recovered, and blessed that I'm living my dream.
I'm so happy for you that you found something you love. It's such a beautiful story, and I honestly can relate. Like I would say a half and a year ago, I was diagnosed also with one health problem. It is a chronic disease. And it took me like a month to realize that I have to quit every job that I have. I had like 3 jobs at a time, and I quitted every one of them. But I think I was doing it like once a week. I quitted my first one, then I quitted another one in a week. And I was like happy. I was like instantly, incredibly, insanely happy. And then I realized that I can also open my own agency, which I did. And it made me also incredibly, insanely happy. And I feel like at some point, some health issues, they can also be seen as a blessing to change your life, to follow the life that you actually really want to live. So thank you so much for sharing this. And basically, when you were going through color treatment, did it impact the way you pick covers for your artwork because they are so brightful. They are like so vibrant.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry that you had to go to some health issues as well, and that now you have your own. That it's great that you have your agency right now, and I agree. Like some health issues or bad things that happen into your life, they can turn into positive things. We just have to embrace those moments in the way like a like positive way, right? And yeah, definitely answering to your question, my style has changed a lot. My art previously was more I would say minimalistic. I was working with less bold colors, more um, um, I would say um, less vibrant palettes. Like for example, the painting that I have in my back, that's mine. And maybe if you see it, you wouldn't think that it's mine because it's all beige and like textures and like completely different of the work that I do right now. So yes, like this problem and the color therapy that I had to go through, it really changed the way I see colors, the way I see life, the way I see art. And like these colors for me weren't just a therapy to see fully again as I used to see before, but as a way of making me happy. I believe that colors evoke happiness and are very important to for our moods and how we feel. And like I now see, since this therapy, I see colors as healing, as energy, and its shade uh, carries emotion for me. So like in the gradients that I paint, um, I I try to blend like memories and like my past stories, and I try to transmit what I feel through my art. I what I want to do when I paint is to evoke happiness in others and transmit my feelings into others. If that makes sense. Sorry, because I'm Spanish and sometimes I think in Spanish and then I try to translate and I don't know if I'm making myself clear.
That's so fine. That's so fine, actually. I have this all the time. I think in Ukrainian, sometimes I think in English. Now I just moved to Paris and I'm using French. And when we started this webinar, I really wanted to say bonjour. So I feel you and I totally understand you. And I think it's beautiful that people are using like different languages and a lot of different people are joining this webinar as speakers. So I wanted to ask you about adding threads, which is I saw it on your social media, I think on Instagram, just like recently. When you do in your physical work, people can see it here. You are sewing, you are titling it and sewing it, which is like it looks incredible, and I love all of this like elements with threads. So can you tell us more about this one? And I know that you're always using fabrics and other materials within physical art. So how this idea came to you?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so I like after working in finance, I had my own fashion brand. Like for me, as I said, creativity is part of my life. So when I was at university studying business, I was painting, of course, but I was also taking a lot of sewing and patronage lessons in order because I wanted to have my own fashion brand. So I learned how to do patterns and everything. And for me, fashion, it's super connected to art. And I love working with as many mediums as possible in order to express myself in the best way I can. So with my physicals, I'm now trying to introduce more textile, and I love working with wool. I have a tufting gun. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a gun that you use to create rugs, carpets, and
Mhm.
I'm working a lot with that. I'm trying to introduce more and more wool into my paintings in order to express myself like freely and like my emotions. With this painting in particular, I titled it Healing Threads, and like the way that I sew the painting, it's if you can see it, it's like scars. It's the way, it's a way of expressing my C-section with the second baby, the surgeries on my eyes in the painting. So the colors are healing, and then the threads, it's like you've been stitched in some way. So yeah, it's something that I want to introduce more and more. In my past paintings, my signature has been sewed. I love that because I think it's unique, and I haven't seen it like around, and it's a way of like for me of you know, loving more the artwork instead of just like signing and spend like seconds doing your signature. I have to spend like 30 minutes, you know, sewing my name, and it's a way of like falling in love with the artwork that I've done, and also a way of saying bye to it, because it's like the end of the piece. And I hope I answer your question.
Yeah, yeah, definitely you did. And also you have this element, which is also, I think, your logo, kind of. You have this, I'm not sure if those are like smile emojis, these two, and you also have them on your website. Let me see your website.
I
Can you
lost
please?
you, Olina. I cannot hear you properly now.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, how about now? Is it better?
Yeah, yeah, that's better. You were speaking about the logo, right?
Yeah, so can you explain what it means? Because I saw it on your website and also on this artwork and in general what it means.
Yeah. So this logo, I created a year and a half ago. I was painting an artwork during a residence. The how you say the the artwork has had to be around rain waves, so I decided to paint my brain into the artwork. So I was like putting different kind of elements, and then I found myself drawing these two faces, one that's smiling and the other one that it's sad. And it was a way of expressing how I feel when I create. And well, in my daily basis, right? Like I can be super happy, and then like turn and be sad in a minute, because maybe I made something wrong, or I doubt about myself, or because like there's something bad happening with my kids or whatever in life, right? And it's a way I title this logo mood, because it's a way to reminding myself that we have to embrace our moods, that we can be happy one day, we can be sad the other, but like life is beautiful, and everything happens for a reason. And as I said before, I had this like vision problem. I was almost blind on the right eye, and then, you know, this problem like turn into something amazing, which is me doing art time, like I full-time art. And I was in the worst moment of my life. I thought I wouldn't have more kids, and now I'm waiting my third. I'm pregnant with my third kid. So it's like, I think like,
Congrats!
thank you so much. So it's like, I think that like every mood that we have to embrace it. We have to like think, okay, why I am feeling angry, what I'm feeling envy, why I'm, you know, happy, and like hack those moods. And this is what my logo represents. And this is the second time that I've painted it in an artwork, and I want to start introducing it in a way that you cannot see it like in the first moment that you see the artwork, like subtle. I think you say it that way. And I'm also this is something that not everyone knows, but I'm also working on a fashion brand around this logo. I did it before. I had a fashion brand, as I said, in the past, and I want to work on a brand that's about mental health, like raising your moods, and and brand that it's related to art. My idea is to collaborate with other artists and build a brand around this logo that for me is very special.
That's beautiful. I feel like it is really like fashion material kind of logo. And then also I feel like your personal style is really Spanish to me. I don't know why, but you kind of you give me this style of Wave. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Also like a Spanish brand. It's like Loewe. And I
Yeah,
feel like
we say loewe in Spain.
Loewe.
Lo,
Yes,
loewe.
exactly. So best of luck for you with the brand. I think it's going to be like a fire, definitely.
Thank you.
Can you tell me what are you working on right now? What are some upcoming projects? I know that pregnancy is a whole different project that requires so much dedication, but maybe you have something in the lineup.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe it's a main goal right now. And like being a full-time mom and full-time artist, it's well, I'm sure that's like some moms are hearing me and it's a lot, but it's also a blessing. And I'm working in my brand. Like little by little, I'm like working on designs, mock-ups of how I want the first products to look like. I'm working on different variations of the logo. But that's like it's art related, but it's also fashion. And then on the art side, I'm working on. Uh, Sorry, I'm gonna start again. So I sold out like 2 weeks ago my first collection on Super Rare, which was Gradient Horizons, and now like I find myself that I love um, gradients a lot in when I work with digital artworks, right? So I'm working on new pieces. I'm trying to combine the color therapy that I had to undergo when I was with the doctor and creating new digital artworks that involve both color theory, gradients, and geometry. So I've shared some of them in the yesterday and today on my Twitter on my X account, and that's where I'm going next. I want to work on a small collection. I want to offer collectors the physical prints of the artworks, and then at the same time, I'm working on some physical commissions that I have on Web2, and also experimenting with embroidery and trying to introduce that embroidery in my physical paintings. My idea, my goal, is to create animated pieces of my physical artwork. So working on a lot of things at the same time: brand, new body of work, new digital collection, and also the physical artworks. Like for me, it's when I'm at the studio, I get tired of the brush, I go to my iPad, and the opposite way. So for me, it's like I like to work on these different things at the same time, different paintings. It's a way of refreshing my mind, and when I don't have when I don't find inspiration, I find it in another medium.
That's beautiful. And I honestly really want to collect your physical prints, the drops that you would do like digitally. I really
Thank
want
you.
one. I can imagine it at my house. I love it. I feel like homes are normally like white and like really basic, and then your art would just make it like so colorful and beautiful. Um, well, I
Thank you.
want to
That
thank you so much.
that's how my house is actually. It's all white, and I have like pop of colors that make me feel so happy. Like when I see them, I'm like, okay, like it's gonna be a good day today.
This is actually what I did in uni. When I just entered and started studying in the university, I was allowed to use colorful pens, and so every test I was writing was colorful. It was like pink, green, yellow, orange. And some professors were asking why, and I told them that the more vibrant colors I'm using, the happier they are when they are reading my paper, the more likely I would get a higher mark, which works like all the time. So
Yeah,
indeed.
that's a good point. Yeah, and also it's like if it maybe when you were writing with these colors, you will you were feeling more confident, right? It's like I feel like colors make you confident. That's why I also try to wear colors when I like with my outfits because it's like if I feel in a good mood, I like to wear colors.
Love it, love it. I want to thank you so much. You have such a beautiful personality, so much energy, a lot of projects, and incredible art. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much.
joining me today. We are definitely staying in touch. I really want to collect your digital piece, so I will be following your announcements. And good luck with everything you are working on right now.
Thank you so much, Olina. And if you ever come to Madrid, let me know. I would love to invite you to the studio to show you around, and also to any Omakase listener. Like my studio is always open. I love to show it to like future collectors, friends, whatever. I love showing what I'm doing. It's my passion. So you are very welcome. And thank you so much for having me and for your time. It was
Perfect.
great.
That would be incredible. I actually really want to go to Madrid because I have a friend there. He lives in a house and he has a goat, so it's like a really, really Spanish countryside. So
Wow.
I really want to go to Madrid. So if I do, I will let you know, and I really want to visit your studio.
For sure. Thank you so much, Alina. Have a great end of the day, and yeah, let's talk on DMs. Bye.
Likewise, thank you so much.